Hello and welcome to Like to Uncorked, the show where we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies one bottle at a time. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we're talking about I Was a Child Bride, the Courtney Stodden Story. I Was a Child Bride stars Holly J. Barrett, Maggie Lawson, Doug Savant, and Courtney Stodden herself. The movie kicks off with the actual Courtney Stodden clad in a sleek black turtleneck, staring directly into camera with dramatic flair. She promises to unveil the tangled web of her rise to infamy, a journey we might see in a different light in 2025. Next, we're transported to a young Courtney, tearfully confiding in her mother, Krista, portrayed by Maggie Lawson in a wig. Courtney grapples with bullies, and spoiler alert, she is going to get some more in her life. She finds solace in her mother's misguided advice. Pray under the bed while Krista and her husband argue over how to handle their daughter's struggles. Divine intervention doesn't exactly land Courtney a modeling contract, but that is what she does next. Determined to escape their mundane existence in ocean shores, Krista pushes Courtney into the world of competitive pageants, where she blossoms into an overly sexualized caricature of her teenage self. Winning crowns doesn't catapult her to stardom, though. Instead, it attracts a parade of shady characters, all eager to exploit her vulnerability. Enter Doug Hutchison, the not-so-dashing 50-year-old actor who runs a questionable acting class and has a bunch of forgettable movie roles. He charms Krista with his Hollywood connections, air quotes, while looking nothing like his headshot from 10 years ago. As he woos the mother and daughter in chat rooms, you can practically hear the alarm bells ringing in the distance. Krista, blinded by the allure of fame, readily agrees to let Doug marry her underage daughter, because nothing screams wholesome Christian values like a middle-aged man proposing to a teenager. The wedding comes in a whirlwind, with teenage Courtney filled with adolescent worries about measuring up to her glamorous grown-up idols. Doug, having all the romantic flair of a wet sock, presents her with a proposal that's less Titanic and more Titanic at the bottom of the ocean. Fast forward to their home life, where Doug's idea of being a supportive husband involves emotional manipulation and role-playing games that would make even the most seasoned sex therapist cringe. Krista, convinced her daughter is living in a fairy tale, remains blissfully and intentionally ignorant of the dysfunction, tossing around cliches about faith while ignoring the neon flashing lights around her. Save my daughter! Courtney gets caught in a media frenzy where her every move is scrutinized, and Doug, ungratefully leeching off her newfound fame, views her as his cash cow. He is insanely jealous and increasingly controlling. Desperate for an escape, Courtney decides to join the UK version of Big Brother, seeking a breath of fresh air away from Doug's suffocating grasp. This time alone sparks a revelation, allowing her to reassess the whirlwind of her childhood marriage. When the show wraps, Courtney musters up the strength to tell Doug she no longer loves him. A moment that feels like a triumphant ending, but the story doesn't stop there. Courtney struggles to get sober, works through her daddy issues in therapy, and forgives her parents for selling her down the river for fame and fortune. The journey through the absurdities of fame, the pitfalls of misplaced trust, and the fine line between love and exploitation make you wonder how the world ever let this unfold. Hindsight's 2020, I guess. And that is I Was a Child Bride. It was so nice to have Courtney Stodden finally tell her story. You know, I think she added some good insights. I don't think she was as transparent as like a Honey Boo Boo telling the story, but I thought it was a good opportunity for Courtney to reframe the narrative. Looking back at this era, the media coverage was truly abysmal. I mean, Courtney was a minor, and, you know, maybe we shouldn't have been so harsh on her. The actress who played Courtney really had that laugh down. We didn't really get like into laugh comparison. I don't know why I know Courtney Stodden's laugh, but it was like so pitch perfect. Doug Savant playing Doug was really a mindfuck, am I right? I was like, wait, is Doug playing himself? And then I was like, no, it's Doug, the guy from Melrose Place. Way different. But he was very good, and whatever he was doing with his face, oh my god, really was freaking me out. This movie had no kills, and I would pour it up. Let me know what you think about this movie in the comment section below, and follow the show at Lifetime Uncorked. You can also follow me at Patrick Miguel. Lifetime Uncorked is a podcast with hundreds of episodes recapping Lifetime movies. Listen wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show at lifetimeuncorked.com for full reviews. If you like this episode, please leave me a tip on Ko-fi. Buy me a glass of wine, and I'll keep watching Lifetime. That's it for this week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.